CEO Ronald Hickley from Creating the Difference. Today we doing a special video for you in the beautiful Red Rock lanes here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I can tell you something interesting right off the bat. So we're gonna bowl on lanes 1 and 2, which is unique because they got brand new GSX pin setters. We bowled a tournament here all week. Phenomenal event, bowling extravaganza. If you've never heard of it, check it out. Kind of cool, definitely a different type of format. But what's more important is, one of the things that I noticed about Red Rock is the pins like to fly here, like crazy fly. So I'm excited to be able to bowl, excited to be able to kind of see what this is going to look like compared to what we do most of our testing, obviously at the CTD Education Center in Hopkinsville, Kentucky. So anyway, shout out to Dennis for getting us in here, letting us be able to do this video, and let's get into the video. So today we're going to do something special. We're going to look at this brand new Radical Max Bias. The Max Bias is a brand new bowling ball from Radical. It's part of the Mo Heritage Series, which basically means that Mo Pinnell had an influence on this bowling ball. Mo Pinnell is one of the guys that got me involved in bowling in the first place. Phenomenal guy, good designer, somebody I looked up to growing up. And it's cool that even though he's passed, that it's been really neat to be able to see the Brunswick and Radical family kind of continue his legacy with some bowling balls, and they're kind of named after him. So anyway, the Max Bias, as it seems, is maximum mass bias. We're talking a little bit about that here. It features HK22 Plus, which is a brand new cover stock for the Radical family. It's a textured hybrid. When we went to go ahead and check the durometer on it, it was 75. It's finished 500, 1500 Sire. When we scanned it, it scanned right at 1000 grit, which means this ball's got some teeth. We checked the oil absorption on it. The oil absorption is fast, which means it's gonna hook even more. And then it's got the Dynamic Core on the inside. Dynamic Core is Brunswick's technology that they use to be able to get you a little bit more pin action, which will be interesting to see because I told you, these pins here like to fly. It's an asymmetrical ball. The RG is 2.494. The mass bias is 30, which is super high. And the total differential in this ball is 50. The layout that I'm using is my standard layout, which is 55 by 4.5 by 30. And I'm excited to see what the Max Bias does here at Red Rock. Now, like I told you, this bowling ball by design is going to be a big hooking bowling ball. So we're going to have to see what's going to happen because this ball I may end up getting a little bit past my little normal area, but we're going to find out. Let's go ahead and get into that right now. All right, so they got a unique technology here too. Like we have Specto and Clutch at our place. They got a thing called Spark here. You probably can't see it in the video from where you're at, but I can see they actually have some graphics on the lane here. But let's see what this Max Bias can do. First shot. Okay, so we got some oil on the lanes. We'll be wiping it off with the Band Pro. Now you say, what is this and why is it so black already? Well, I can tell you, Band Pro is textured microfiber on this side, leather chamois on this side, and makes it super easy to get all the oil off the bowling ball, as you can see. Super easy to get the oil off the bowling ball, and it doubles as a ball cup. Now we ain't got the magical re-rack. You know what, I bet you we can just re-rack it, see? There we go, we'll have to hit the re-rack on our own, which is all good. Yeah, the oil was immediately absorbed into the bowling ball anyway. All right, so let's make a little move off of that first shot. Okay, so I can tell you immediately, like, this ball is a ball that it wants to pick up early, right? It wants to pick up early and then give you that continuous type shape going down the lane. So that'll be useful. Just a little wiping, it's gone. Make a little adjustment off of that one. That was a little light. That's gonna be timber. See, I tell you what, like, it's cool. The pins, they definitely fly a lot more here than they do at the Education Center, so that's neat. So I got a little bit of room there. I actually made a little adjustment from the last shot. That was a better shot. Definitely went through the pins good. I'm gonna go 1 and 1, just to see. Okay, so definitely interesting. I'm wondering now, obviously it's not gonna be that hard to strike here. This bowling ball definitely does the right thing for this condition. So let's move around just a little bit. So I'm gonna move in now. Let's go 3 and 2. Now that shouldn't strike. That should not strike. Even on a regular house shot, it shouldn't really strike. But we'll see. Let's see. No, that's good. That's good. Huh. Huh. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. Now here's a little funny story. So last night I came in here at about, I don't know, 10, 11 o'clock at night, and this place was packed. They had the lights off, they was glow in the dark bowling. It was wild, and it was like just packed with people. So we come here, it's like 9 in the morning now. I'm like, oh boy, I don't know. A lot of bowling centers, you come in the morning, it ain't gonna necessarily be clean. This place is spotless. So I don't know how many people they got cleaning it, and I don't know what time they got to clean it, but whatever they did a great job, because this place is spotless. And they get ready to have league in bowl 2. So that's nice. That's really nice. Shout out to the Red Rock janitorial staff doing the right thing. This is a phenomenal building. If you ever get a chance, come out here, check it out. Now that's left. Yeah, that's left. That was left, so I got exactly what I deserved. I can tell you this ball definitely is a bowling ball that when it's in play, it's gonna be real good. I like the fact I can be a little straighter to the front here and know that it's gonna pick up and come back. We're gonna see when I start to slow it down and get around it if it keeps going. That's gonna be a real key. But so far, so good. Oh yeah, bye-bye 7 fan. See you tomorrow, see you tomorrow. So this is not, I like what I'm seeing the shape. I'm gonna get around it now. I'm gonna move in some more. We're gonna get around it some more and see what she does. So let's go another 3, and we will go 2, and we will get around it. So let me tell you what that means. So what I'm gonna do is instead of holding it like this, I'm gonna hold it more like this to try to get around the ball some more. What that'll do is that'll more axis rotation. More axis rotation means the ball's gonna store the energy longer, so it technically will go straighter, longer, but it will have more opportunity if the ball keeps up to burn it up a little bit more aggressively, which will then create more backhand shape. So we'll see. Like that. Yeah, so that's a little trick you can use if you have to get your hand around it more, create more axis rotation. More axis rotation gives you more down lane, which as I begin to move right, I need more back end. So getting around it is a way to be able to keep the ball to go through the pins. So that was nice. I'm gonna go one more board to the right, kind of do the same kind of thing. Oh baby. So I moved one more. I said to the right, I meant to the left. No, I meant to the right. I moved more to the right and they did the same thing. And now I'm in that flat 7 territory. That is kind of what you have to be careful of when you use higher mass bias balls, right? So essentially what they're really good at doing is picking up, and then when they pick up, they want to keep going. As you begin to move in though, that can begin to turn into a little bit straighter down lane. So basically what I wanted to do is I was saying, well, let's just keep moving right and see what happens, where we get to a spot to where it won't keep going down lane. And at that point, you would then switch to another bowling ball, probably a symmetrical bowling ball, and then keep going again. So definitely, I'm glad to see that I could move several steps in before that happened, even getting my hand around the bowling ball. But now I know that is where we're going to be with this particular bowling ball. All right, so now we know that. Let's go back to the left. Let's go left. See what happens if we go left. A little bit straighter. Straighter is greater. Okay, so if that's probably going to work, but what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to be a little bit more up the back of the ball with my hand, and the ball is gonna be fine. Still a little early, man. So it's picking up there. So it's seeing the friction a little bit aggressively, picking up a little bit early. The shape's actually great. It's just I'm in the wrong part of the lane. So I'm gonna take that same thing, I'm gonna move it in just a little bit more, keep it kind of straight and keep my hand more up the back of it to see how it goes through the pins. What I really wanna see is how the ball goes through the pins when I'm lined up and playing it much straighter. That's one of those keys for people that are like the guys that like to play it straighter, the older guys, the guys that have a lot of ball speed and angles that tend to be straight. Like, how does the ball go through the pins when you are forced to play straight? Obviously, in this case, I can't be that far left. There's just too much friction. But that's because the ball hooks, as it should. So let's try here. Same kind of thing. Let's see what that does. Yeah, so it's good, man. Like, it's good. So basically, this is one of them pieces where, like, if you're like, hey, I'm a guy who's looking for something to play a little more straighter to the target. I'm a guy who throws it harder. Need my ball to pick up. Max bias. Also, if you're a guy who likes to hook it though, not a bad choice too, right? You can begin to move in with it. The ball still has got some continuation to it. That's good. You'll know though when to put it up. It will tell you when to put it up. If you're striking, and then in my case, I flat 7-pin, that means time to put it up, which is good because now you know, they no question. Just change bowling balls, get to a reactive ball, stay in the same spot, and then let it go. So that's all you got to do. Let's throw one more shot. One more shot. This is good. I like this. All right, we're gonna go right here. Yeah, so I slowed it down a little bit, got it around it, ball kept going. So I'm gonna tell you what, Radical did something special here. I like this ball. I think this ball definitely is completely honoring the spirit of Mo Pinnell. Shout out to the Pinnell family. Man, this is good. They did good on this one. They did good on this one. I like this. So if you're interested in getting the Radical Max Bias, go to the website, ctdbowling.com, click the 3 little lines, go to balls, get one of these bowling balls. You can also change the surface of the bowling ball if you need, because you get a free sanding pad if you buy it from Creating the Difference. If you guys are interested, consider joining our staff. We have conversations about stuff like this. Maybe you could end up coming out to Red Rock with us and shoot a video. Who knows? Anyway, on behalf of Creating the Difference, I am CEO Ronald Hickland. Talk to you soon.